Welcome back to another episode of On a Mission. I'm your host, Dr. Wendy Norfleet with Norfleet Integrated Solutions. And it's my pleasure to have with me today Connell Crooms with National Black Death Advocates. Welcome, Connell.
Thank you for having me.
So, first of all, I want to thank you for all that you're doing. A lot of people don't realize that there are a lot of people that are deaf in the Black community.
Right.
And so I just applaud what you do. So how did you get started?
Well, I think a part of me has always been uh, a little bit of an activist since I was in high school. I was always been outspoken, and just getting involved as an activist here locally in Jacksonville was my first introduction to how you can make an impact and make a difference. And so it was really a little bit over 10 years ago, I would say, around 2010, that I got started at my first protest. And from there, it was, okay, I feel like my voice is actually making a difference. The things that I was saying were making an impact. And I was involved with a lot of the Teamsters I was involved with, and a lot of the HRO pushing for that. And then I really became invested in disability advocacy and my own identity as a Black deaf person really didn't come until much later in my life, well after my into my 20s, that I really started identifying myself as a Black deaf man. So it's been a journey.
A journey?
Yeah.
Okay. And so this organization, I know it advocates for Black deaf people, but some of the activities that you do as far as that advocacy, what are they?
Well, the National Black Deaf Advocates does a lot of work with students. We provide scholarships. We provide conferences for leadership, conferences to develop youth leadership skills, and we also provide a lot of advocacy. Uh, whether it be for police brutality or those type of issues, or access issues with not having interpreters. So there are a lot of areas that the NBDA has been involved in, especially with regards to legislation. So there's yeah, we do a lot,
Okay, it sounds
it's
like a
not,
lot.
and a lot of people make the mistake of, thinking that is just for Black deaf people. No, we welcome everyone. It's a membership run organization.
Okay.
So we welcome everyone, but the focus is definitely on advocating for Black deaf people in the same way that the NAACP has advocated for, Black people.
Right, in general. Wow. So anyone can join the membership. Anyone can join.
Anyone can join. We welcome anyone to join, but our leadership, we do require our leadership to be Black. So I think that's very unique, because it's welcoming. It's an organization that welcomes everyone to participate, with the understanding that we are intentional in who we serve and what our purpose is. So we require that mission not to be lost. We require that our leadership be Black.
Okay. And so you also provide obviously some knowledge and resources as part of the membership.
Yes. So as a part of the membership, you get to connect and network with so many. And my first experience with the NBDA actually was in California, a little over 3 years ago, I would say, where I was giving a keynote. And that was my first experience being surrounded with so many Black deaf people. I was like, whoa! So
not by yourself.
There are a lot of us. Yeah. So it's very unique in that, because in a deaf community is a very small, unique community, and for Black people, or even smaller part of that that group. And so to go and have a convention where we see so many people that look like myself and have similar experience was unique.
Wow, that's great. I know I've had deaf people work for me, and so I've had to, I don't know sign, I know like my name and a few other things, but we actually had someone come and do a deaf culture class with us because, about looking at them when they're signing, if they're not signing to you, it's like eavesdropping and, learning some of that stuff and how to greet them. And so it was really interesting. It was really interesting.
Yes, deaf community is it's very unique. It's like I just love the language. People just love the language. And you just saw just recently in the Super Bowl we had Justina
Right.
Miles, who blew up on for her performance of the halftime Super Bowl show. And a lot of people were like, "Wow!" They thought she was hearing. No, she's deaf. So,
Right.
like, it's our language. We are reclaiming our language, and we are putting ourselves in that spotlight where we typically see, hearing people or interpreters have become, the focus for a language that's not necessarily there. So yeah, we contribute a lot to,
You do.
history, technology. T-Mobile with their sidekicks was that first became popular with deaf people. So we were just, next thing you know, everyone is texting.
Yeah, everyone's using yours.
Yeah, so I would say, our community has really trailblazed for a lot of things, especially when it comes to technology.
Well, I applaud all that you do for the community of Black Death and everyone. And so if someone is listening, to this interview and want to reach out, what's the website?
So if you want to reach out, you can reach out to us at www.nbda.org. And everything about the organization, its history, its membership, and the thing that they advocate for, the different chapters.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have chapters almost in every state. It's all there. So yeah, reach out to us, please.
Okay.
We're welcoming everyone to come in, join us on this work, and help us expand access and opportunities for deaf people, and particularly Black deaf people.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. I thank you for having me. I appreciate being here and having a conversation with you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Please reach out to National Black Death Advocates at www.nbda.com, and we'll see you next time on Buzz TV.